Welcome into the Divas Dish. I am Cherie Taylor, along with the diva of the stage, Miss Peyton Riley, who is here in Greenville through the 9th with Tootsie. Welcome to Greenville.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
So, this is your first time in Greenville, obviously, because off air we were talking about how you thought it was such a cute little town you haven't had a chance to explore.
Yeah, our whole cast is just so eager to get out there. I think everyone was talking about going ice skating today at the ice skating rink near the Peace Center, and I'm looking for all the recommendations for food too. So
definitely check out the bridge. You're not too far from the bridge, which is gorgeous. It does sway a little bit, so let me give you a heads up on that. so you don't get a little too scared, be like, "Whoa, this is not what I signed up for." So tell us about. I mean, when I was young when I first saw the movie Tootsie, and I thought it was like, just kind of like, how can they not tell it's a guy? And
yeah.
But obviously it's suspended disbelief. You just go with the flow, and it's kind of like there's the inside joke, and then there's showing how hard it is to struggle in this business. Because not only am I a broadcaster, I'm also an actress, so I understand. No matter, I get cast all the time as, I have a great broadcasting role I want you to play. So you understand the casting, the beast that is casting. Let's talk about the show Tootsie. It is here at the Peace Center through the 9th. You guys got one show in already last night, the opening show.
We had a
did
blast
that with 3 hours.
Night. Yeah, we had a really crappy travel situation. Our flight got canceled, so we ended up having to take a bus. But we got in, and we had a great show last night. The audience was amazing. The show is really fun because it has a really strong fan base of people who love the movie. And then we have new fans that just see the show just because they saw the show. And the musical is a whole different beast. It takes the show or the movie that was in the 80s and it modernizes it. It's modern day. And that means it has present day problems, and it does suspend disbelief. And the theme of the show is not only the struggle of what it's like to be in this industry, but the struggle of being in this industry as a woman, right? Because all of a sudden he gets a role because he dresses up as a woman. He's so desperate, and he makes this huge mistake by dressing up as a woman to go get this part. And then he finds out, it's even harder to be a woman in this industry with all the other things that they have to deal with. So it's a special show in that way for me, because what a great message for girls like me who are actresses seeing the show, being like, oh my God, I totally understand that feeling.
Exactly. We've all been there. And I think it's the perfect time for Tootsie to be a musical, and also to be on the road with the Me Too movement and everything coming out and saying, this is not okay. This has been something that's the hush hush thing of the industry for years, but it's not okay. But it's also, basically it's kind of the, I hate to use this phrase, but coming of age, because he finally realizes, oh my gosh, I've been that guy all along. And no one wants to be. It's like the old adage, you can't know what someone's going through until you walk a mile in their shoes.
Yeah, that's one of the lines from the show. Our leading lady, she says to him, you think you know because you walked a mile in a woman's shoes? Walk 100, walk 1,000, walk 1,000 more, because you still don't get it. And it's a great message. It's a great show.
It's a great show, and tickets are on sale. You can get them through the Peace Center's website, through the Magic website. We have links for that on our website. Also, let's talk about what drew you to this show. When the auditions came up and your agent said, hey, we've got this little show, maybe you've heard about it. It's called Tootsie. You want to go try out for it?
My character in particular is my favorite character of all time. She is very close to home for me. She's Michael's best friend / ex-girlfriend. She's very much in love with him. And she's also an actress who's struggling to make it. But he can't get a job because, he's kind of hard to work with. She can't get a job because she's really just not that good. But she has so much heart, and she is so fed up with this industry and not getting a part, and she's constantly going in for auditions. So when I actually saw the show on Broadway, and the actress who originated the part, she came out on stage. She said about 3 lines, and my fiance is sitting next to me, and he's just grabbing my leg. He just keeps grabbing my leg, and I'm looking over, he goes, that's you, because she is saying some things that just, it was me. It was like watching myself on stage, my daily struggle, coming home every day to him being like, oh, I hate my life. I hate this. I went to this audition. It was a complete fiasco. And that's her entire track. It's just, she sings a whole song for 3 minutes about, she knows what's going to happen at the audition. Why do I even bother going?
Mhm.
So it hit very close to home when I saw it. And I said, I need to play that part. And then the tour went out and I got it, and it's history.
Well, wonderful, wonderful. We're so happy to have you here. How many cities has it been in so far? Because you mentioned you went
Ooh.
home for Christmas in Michigan, which, welcome to the warmer states, even though it's not that warm right now.
We started in September. We started getting on the road in October. So we see about a city a week. So I want to say we've been to like 15 cities. We've gone to so many awesome places. We've gone to New Orleans. We went to Naples last week, Washington, D.C. I mean, we've been all over. We've had a great time. And the cities I was like not even concerned about, oh yeah, I guess we're gonna go here, ended up being my favorite places, the places that I didn't have high expectations for. I mean, I'm just having a ball and seeing all these places around the world. That's like the icing on the cake, getting to do this show.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're happy to have you here. We are happy to have the show at the Peace Center. I was supposed to see it last night,
Mm.
but I had two kids under weather, so I'm going to have to see it before it ends this weekend. So
You have
I'll,
to.
I'm excited because this was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. So it's just like when I heard it was a musical and it hit Broadway and then it hit the tour, I'm like, perfect, perfect, perfect. And you're in a perfect space for that because you
Oh
have
my
a
gosh.
wonderful audience following here in Greenville. People love the Peace Center. They love that Broadway comes to them, and
Hmm.
just being a part of it and going on that journey with you.
The Peace Center itself is it's a work of art. We walked in last night and it was just like, I felt like I was at a spa. I was like, oh, the whole backstage is all renovated. The green room is this like gorgeous modern. It's like unbelievable. All of our dressing rooms are gorgeous. And the audience were they were the best audience we've had in weeks. So it was awesome. They had a great time.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's talk about what got you into acting. We talked about how the
Mm.
process and, of course, the audition process. And I've been there with you, of like, why am I even doing this? In the middle of it, it's like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you're like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? There's a lot of self doubt in performance, but there's also the payoff of
Hmm.
being true to yourself and creating these characters from your experiences.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. Growing up, I was a gymnast. I was a competitive gymnast. And that world is just all about being perfect and being judged on how precise you are and not making any mistakes. And doing that my whole life, I someone had mentioned once to do this small thing in school. It was a little theater thing, and I joined and I did like a skit here and there. And then they were like, "Oh, you're really good. This is really fun." And all of a sudden, I'm making choices and I'm able to be creative and I'm able to be loud and be myself, and that's what theater celebrates, because there is room for everyone. And as frustrating as it can be, there's a part for everyone, because everyone should be represented on stage. Everyone should be represented in movies. So no matter who you are and what you have to offer, there's some place for you in this world. So it was a really refreshing take. So then I started doing musicals once I got into high school, like one after another. I never stopped, took dance classes, and gymnastics really rolled into it because a lot of my training in that just rolled right into theater. And I also get to tumble in shows sometimes. I don't tumble in Tootsie though. My character doesn't dance. But it's just two separate worlds of being perfect, and now I can see this side of this industry of it's just about being creative and being yourself, and celebrating that. And that's what it should be. When it gets competitive, you have to remember I'm the only me out there. So
Mhm.
eventually I'm going to get the right part.
Exactly, exactly. Because yeah, that's it. Because there are some people, even in this business, in the radio side of things,
Hmm.
people are like, "But I wanted that job," or "I think I would be good for that." And then that's when I go. I had someone tell me a long time ago that when God closes a door, sometimes He kicks you through the one you need to be in. When that door
That's
doesn't
right.
open, He's about to kick you through the one you need to be in. Just listen, trust your gut, and go with the
That's
flow.
right. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And I am so excited to have you here, have the whole cast and crew here. Enjoy our beautiful town. Get
I
lots of
cannot
rest
wait.
because
I'm going,
make
no,
sure
you don't
you
understand.
rest at
After
night.
this, I'm going right out the door. I have lots of plans. I got to see the town. I'm walking
Oh,
around.
there's so
So
much to see, and there's so many. I don't want to show favoritism, but there's certain restaurants I'll tell you all fair. Thank you so much for sharing your craft with us, and we look
thank
forward to
you.
seeing you on stage. I know you had the one show last night, but you
Mhm.
let me just say kudos to the whole cast. You said you got in 3 hours
Yeah.
before. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how it works on the road. And as crazy as it gets, like the minute we get to the space, we know our show. We've been doing it for months. So it's just we click right back in and we go out there and we have a good time. And it is a good time. Tootsie is a barrel of laughs. You will literally not stop laughing from the top to the end. Like it is so funny. It's so
Perfect.
funny.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Welcome to Greenville. And
Thank you.
thank you for sharing the craft with us. We love the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
An Odyssey station.